everyone. Welcome to Mind Power Monday. I hope you're having a fabulous Victoria Day so far. I'm Melanie Robinson and I'm a real estate investor just like the rest of you. And I'm thrilled to be here sharing Mind Power Monday with you. I invest in, we've done several different strategies over the past many years. From new builds to flips to BRRRRs. We love buying foreclosures and all sorts of different fun strategies. Right now our focus is on creating joint venture partnerships so that we can make a difference in other people's lives and help people who maybe love the idea of investing in real estate. Good morning, everyone. Who love the idea of investing in real estate but don't have the time or the knowledge to do so. So that's our focus at the moment, is creating those joint venture partnerships for long-term buy and holds so that we can help make a difference in other people's lives. So that's me as a real estate investor. Working on a couple exciting things right now, learning some new creative strategies so that I can offer wins to both the seller and to our partners and of course to ourselves as well. So lots of exciting stuff going on. Hopefully you have some exciting things going on as well. With regards to Mind Power Monday, why am I as a real estate investor sharing Mind Power tips with you? My background is in NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And that's an incredible model that studies the mind, how the mind works, the strategies that people who are successful run, what's the difference between those who achieve amazing results and those who achieve average results. So it's really breaking that down. And so I've been working, my mom, we have a family business and we've been working together since 2000, helping successful business people achieve that next level of success. So for me with the real estate investing, I find it a gift. I'm super thrilled to be sharing this with you because I know that a huge part of all of our success is our mindset, is our thoughts, how we think about things, and what might be limiting us from achieving the success that we're wanting to achieve. So good morning, everyone. I am down here at the lake. We're at our cabin this weekend and going home after I finish this live. So I've plunked myself on a rock. I don't know if you can see the beautiful lake in the background, and maybe some people will be joining us. I kind of tried to find a quiet spot to chat with you all. So anyhow, hope you're having a fabulous day. What I wanted to talk to you about today are limiting beliefs. Sorry that my camera's crooked. It's propped up on a rock. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you guys where I am, just because I'll share a little piece of heaven with you. Hopefully it can brighten your day. This is Lake Okanagan. We're in Fintry. And it is my little heaven on earth. So this is where I am, and I'm literally plunked on a rock. So let's see if we can get this propped back up here. And hopefully my phone doesn't fall over. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. You can all laugh at me while I try to get my phone back set up. Tell me not to do things like that on a live. Anyhow, yes, so today I wanted to talk to you about limiting beliefs. And because I've had a lot of people over the time, have concerns, want to be able to overcome them. So what I wanted to talk to you about first is what are beliefs and what are limiting beliefs. So beliefs are actually, and this is the first really big thing that I want everybody to sort of absorb and digest. Beliefs are made up. They're not truths because we all have different beliefs. So they're made up based on our past experiences, based on what we were taught as children, even what we may have overheard when we were young and we heard our parents talking about the government or their beliefs about money, success, real estate, relationships, people. We would have overheard as little people what our parents believed and take that on as the truth. And here's the crazy thing. Most of our beliefs, our fundamental, our core beliefs, we create around 2 years old. And then we proceed to live the rest of our life as though those beliefs are true. So if we hear our parents talking about finances or talking about, trusting people, the good in people or the not good in people, when we hear that as a little one and we make a belief about that, then we live the rest of our life as though that's true. And it's made up. It's made up because we heard it from somebody and they would have created that belief based on an experience that they had. So let's take it beyond that. Even if it's a belief that you made up as an adult, we all make up our beliefs based on experiences that we have. So let's say we do a flip and it doesn't make money. We can then say, I'm terrible at flips, I can't do them. Or we could say, flips are a terrible strategy, they're awful. Or we could say, I fail at everything, I can't make anything work. We could make up any number of, and I'm talking about limiting beliefs right now, we could make up any number of beliefs based on one experience that we had doing a flip. That's generalizing. And that does limit us. So what I'm hoping that I inspire within everyone and remind myself, because I'm human too, is that we really just want to be aware of our thoughts. We want to pay attention to what are we thinking, and is that supporting me in achieving what I want to achieve? Is that getting me closer towards my goals, or is that limiting me in my success? So if I do one flip and it isn't a success, and I decide that flips are a terrible strategy, do you think that's limiting me in my success in the future or supporting me? Well, if I don't know anything about construction and I don't know how to buy materials and how to pick them out, and I'm not sure how to time the market, and I don't know, how to work my numbers, then maybe flips are a bad idea for me. But if I do have all of the knowledge, and if I'm confident that I am a seasoned investor, or I have the knowledge, or I have the mentors around me to help me, if that all checks out, well, then we don't want to generalize from one experience and limit ourselves from many possible experiences. So that's the first thing that I really want you to pay attention to, is we can generalize, or we do generalize, and generalizing is good. When we're little, we see something with 4 legs and a flat, bottom, and we sit on it and we get taught that that's a chair. So then everything that we see moving forward that has 4 legs and looks like that, we can generalize, and we know that that's a chair. So generalizing is a good thing and useful, but you really want to question when you're using it to support you and when you're using it to not support you, to limit you. So that's the first thing that I wanted to share. Actually, that's 2 things. One is, I really want you to understand that beliefs are made up. We make them up based on our own experience, but Bob next door doesn't have the same experience, nor does he have the same beliefs. One person believes that everybody in the world is a good person, that people have good intentions. And somebody else believes that people are bad and they're out to get you and they're here to hurt you. We all live in the same world, all drawing from the same pool of people. But based on our experiences, we make a generalization. We have a belief, and then that dictates how we treat people. That dictates when we partner with people, whether we trust them. So that's really what I'm hoping that you can see, is when you believe something, like if you believe that nobody's going to joint venture with you, or you believe that investing your money in real estate, is too risky for people, or you believe that you're not the right partner for people, or you believe that, any number of things. If you believe those things, they are going to limit you from achieving your success. So then, okay, that's great. Now I've told you to pay attention to your thoughts, recognize that you've made them up, and recognize that you're living your life and they might be limiting you. That's great. So now what do you do? Now what do you do when you notice that you have some beliefs based on your childhood, based on your parents and what they believe to be true about money or success or people, based on your own experiences? Maybe you've been burned a couple of times. Maybe you've had, relationships where people hurt you. Maybe you've had situations where, that had a financial impact. It's all true that those things happen. But does that mean that that's the way the world is? Does that mean that that's what investing is? Does that mean that that's who people are? No. It means that that was that experience. That means that that was that person's way of interacting with you. It doesn't mean that all people are that. So really, I know I've said it a few times, but I really want you to embrace this and start to look at, what are the beliefs that you have, and are they supporting you? Because again, you're going to have beliefs that do support you. You're going to have, we're talking about limiting beliefs right now and what may not support you, but you're also going to have beliefs that do support you. I have the best group surrounding me. I have the best mentor, so I know that I can reach for anything. I can get any answers that I want. I have a great personality, so people are going to love me. I'm great with numbers, so people, I can really work the numbers on a property. I'm great at relationship building. I'm great at flips because I've done so many. Whatever it might be, you're going to have beliefs that support you. And guess what? Those are made up too. You've just decided to make up positive ones based on some positive experiences that you've had. So again, it's all up here. We have this world that we live in. It's reality. But it's how we're thinking about it and what we're saying to ourselves and the beliefs that we're making up about these things and really analyzing whether or not they are helping us get towards what we want or they're keeping us from achieving that, moving us further away from what it is that we want. So number one is being aware that they're made up and really recognizing that we're generalizing based on a certain very small number of experiences, recognizing that we all have different beliefs based on our experiences. And so then that's where it can come in really handy for the next thing, which is what do we do about this? Okay, so we have these beliefs that are limiting us and we all have them, by the way. Everybody, it doesn't matter how, all of a sudden you're living life and you say something and you realize, oh, that's a belief that's limiting me. So what do you do about it? Well, one of the things you can do about it is to challenge yourself, challenge that belief. If you say that, that nobody believes in you, that nobody supports you. Let's say nobody supports you. And if that's a dialogue that you have, that nobody supports you, you're all by yourself, nobody supports you. Then what I challenge you to do is to look around and think, has there ever been a time when somebody did support you? Maybe it was a school teacher. Maybe it was an employer. Maybe it was your children. Maybe it was a neighbor. Because I guarantee you, if you search, it's not true that nobody supports you. Probably some key people in your life didn't support you, and you've taken that belief that nobody supports you. Or, even I'm not confident. So you're saying you're not confident and you're limiting yourself, and you're saying you're not confident because maybe there's one area in your life that you don't feel confident. But I guarantee you, if I ask you the question, has there ever been a time when you did feel confident? I guarantee you, you have some. It may not be in the context that you're currently feeling a lack of confidence, but you have had times where you have felt confident. You can also, if you're generalizing, or they're called universal quantifiers. So when we say everybody, tries to screw me over, or nobody believes in me, or, I can never be successful, or whatever, whatever it might be. I don't want to make up or plant any negative or limiting beliefs in your mind, but you all know, you all can start to check in and see. You want to look around and find evidence to question that, to challenge that within yourself. Have you ever known anybody who does do that? Has there ever been a time when you did do that? Is there anybody that you believe in or that you look up to who does accomplish that? Who doesn't think the way you think? Because I guarantee you, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, not everybody is going to have that belief. And if you look for evidence of the people who live their life and don't have that belief, who are proving that that belief is not true, over time, if you keep searching for that, it will diffuse, it will shrink down that limiting belief within you. It'll kind of rustle it in your brain and go, maybe it's not the truth. And that's what you're wanting to do. You're kind of wanting to disconnect the wires. You're wanting to ruffle the feathers in your brain. You're wanting to shift things around and open yourself up to new possibilities. So that's the first thing, is to really challenge yourself and look for evidence to disprove this belief if it's limiting you. And all of this is under the assumption that you do want to change, that you do want to achieve success, that you do want to get rid of those limiting beliefs so that the sky's the limit and you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. I just want to see, because I see a question here, and I'm sorry, I didn't read all of them, so if there's more. How do you deal when your beliefs fluctuate? Absolutely, your beliefs fluctuate. So this is an ongoing process. This is it's an ongoing process that you will notice as you're going to achieve something new, as something maybe isn't working easily for you right away. You will notice yourself saying something, some kind of belief that you're limiting you. Absolutely, they fluctuate. Absolutely, they change. And you just deal with them on a case-by-case basis. When something comes up and you notice that you have a limiting belief around it, you want to challenge it. You want to look for evidence to prove that not everybody lives their life as though that belief is true. That there are people that are completely kiboshing that are blowing it out of the water, that are doing what you're saying is impossible to do because you're only making it up to yourself. So very good point, Leanna. It is an ever-evolving thing. It's not like you clear out your limiting beliefs and then boom, you're great for the rest of your life. No, these surface all the time based on whatever it is that you're doing, whatever new adventure or venture you're going into, when you're at a growth stage, when you're, like I say, when you're having to overcome some challenges. Oh, can you hear the waves crashing up? Hopefully I don't get wet because I'm literally sitting on the rocks. That would be quite funny. Oh boy. The fun of doing lives. Anyhow, so that's a really important point, is that this is an ever-evolving process, and the personal growth to achieve success, it never ends, because when you achieve this level of success, and you maybe get comfortable there for a little bit, but guaranteed you then have new goals, you have new aspirations, you have new things that you're wanting to achieve, and then you're going to find that these limiting beliefs creep in at that point. So you just always want to be paying attention. Another little trick that you can do is, and again, this is all just playing with your mind, because we're making it up anyway, so we may as well make up things that support us and make us feel good so that we can achieve what it is that we want to achieve in life. And that is to try wording it in the past tense. So if the belief is that, I don't have enough knowledge to attract joint venture partners, if that's a limiting belief, what if I worded it that I used to not have enough knowledge, but now I've learned so much and are surrounded by so many successful people that everything I need to know is at my fingertips. So it's just wording it differently and putting it in the past tense, because from a neurological perspective, that shifts the way you feel about that belief. Nobody supports me. In the past, I felt like nobody supported me, but now I'm seeing evidence all over that there are so many people that are supporting me in my life. I'm trying to think of another limiting belief, but people always question me and think, they question my knowledge. People used to question my knowledge, but now I'm confident that I have all of the answers or all of the resources within me to answer them. And if I don't have the answer, I just go and find it. So it's all the same experience. It's just shifting the way you're thinking about it. And in this particular little tip, you're moving it to the past tense, because you're retraining your brain to think about it differently. You're retraining your brain to think that was something of the past. It's acknowledging it, but now I have different resources. So I want to also acknowledge that here on Mind Power Mondays, I'm not doing this to change. I am doing it to change your lives, don't get me wrong, but I recognize that what I'm able to share in a 15-minute period of time is not true change work. But having said that, my desire is to trigger within you the possibility to have you start to really recognize the power that you do have, to start to recognize that these little tiny shifts in the way you think make massive, huge results, or have a massively huge impact on your success. So there are processes, that you can do to blow out limiting beliefs, and they're attached to negative emotions, and it's all deeply ingrained. And there's really incredible processes that you can do when you work one-on-one with people. So I don't want to sort of minimize it. I know that some people have some really deeply ingrained things, and I don't want to act as though that's not true and it's just as simple as thinking differently. I recognize that, but I do also know that these small just shifts in the way you're thinking, they have a massively huge impact. And so I want to open you up to the idea that you've made these beliefs up based on the experiences that you've had, but not everybody has had those experiences, and therefore they have different beliefs. So if something is limiting you, if you're not achieving the results that you want, or if you're feeling stuck or blocked by these things, being aware that we've made them up, being aware that some of them we made up when we were 2 years old, for goodness sakes, and now we're living our life as though they're true. First of all, you need to be aware of it. Second of all, you need to challenge yourself to really recognize, is this always true? Where are the times in my life where this hasn't been the truth? Because that mixes things up a little bit. Where is evidence in my life through mentors and other people that I admire and respect that are achieving the things that I want to achieve? Where's the evidence that they absolutely don't live their life with these same beliefs? Because that helps your brain recognize that maybe the belief isn't true and maybe there is a way to shift it. And then wording it in the past tense makes it something that doesn't have the power of the now, and it gives it something in the past. It's like you're acknowledging it, but you're putting it in its place. It's in the past, and then you're acknowledging, rather than just having an affirmation, you're acknowledging that this existed and that you do have the resources, you do have the skills, you do have the abilities or whatever it might be. So there you have it. I'm going to see if there's anything that I can look at here without moving my phone. Hopefully that this has been helpful for you guys. And yeah, I'm not going to read it because it's going to take me away from being totally present with you. But I know a lot of people are, faced with limiting beliefs. Actually, I think it's fair to say that all of us are. And we can work together. We can support each other. When you hear somebody in your network saying something that's limiting them, maybe you can gently... Well, actually, don't do that. Unless you have an agreement with somebody, unless you have an agreement that you're going to support each other and help each other when you recognize, it's probably best not to say anything to other people. But maybe you can create a little network of people where you are going to support each other. When you hear somebody saying a limiting belief and you know that they've made it up, maybe you can decide you're going to say, hey, has that always been the truth? Has there ever been a time when that wasn't the truth? And just kind of tweak things for them. So we can all support each other with permission, and otherwise you just listen to people and support them in the best way you can. And as always, I'm here to support you. Please share your comments. I promise you I will read through them, and message me. I always love when you guys give me ideas on how I might be able to support you on these Mind Power Mondays, because I would way rather give you something that's meaningful and that you're going through. I see somebody here somewhere saying fake it till you make it, and I'm not going to be able to find it. But I really think, yes, fake it till you make it is a great idea. But what you really want to do is change what's going on inside so that you actually can feel it. Because if you really do feel like you're faking it, then people are going to pick up on that. So that's just sort of an authentic being really real and raw. What you ideally do is shift things inside so that you actually feel it. So again, it goes back to setting the positive outcome, seeing the successful completion of whatever it is that you're going into. It's playing with all those mind tricks. So yes, you're faking it, but you're faking it from the perspective of actually building yourself up inside so that you truly can come across in the way that you want to come across. Not feeling horrible inside, but putting a smile on your face and pretending everything's fine. This is about really inside trying to do the work, trying to shift things so that you do feel confident, so that you do feel whatever it is that you're wanting to feel. So yes, faking it, but I would say faking it, I think of it more like really truly creating that feeling inside so that you can articulate that or express that in the outside world, versus feeling horrible inside yet putting on that smile and going out. So I'd say a combination of both. Anyhow, I didn't really read the comment. I just saw one little thing. So hopefully that made sense to whoever commented that. And I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. I'm packing up and driving home today. I'm sorry to leave the sunshine because it hasn't been sunny all weekend. But thank you all for the heart showers. I love them, love them, love them. And you guys are amazing. You inspire me every week to really give this some thought and keep myself on track. So thank you for that. And I look forward to reading all of your comments. Alrighty, bye everyone. Have an amazing day and week. Okay, bye.